Hello everyone, Darren here, and on today's episode of WoTCAcademy, we are looking at the 41st installment of the Map Awareness series. We are joined today with myself in the Centurion Action X on Swamp, Standard Battle, and we are in the Northwest Spawn. Now, I didn't really choose this gameplay for anything special other than the fact that it demonstrates a very good balance of just awareness overall. I'm talking map awareness, spatial awareness, situational awareness. So much so that I'm going to probably struggle to try and give a blow-by-blow commentary of what is happening as everything just goes so fast. Now, I have moved up to this spot on the map in order to provide supporting fire to the light tank. The Centurion Action X is a very good supporting medium. It, of course, can get up to the front line if it needs to, provided the terrain is suitable, or you're just very, very good. Now, I did see right there at the corner of my eye that medium tanks were spotted, of them appearing on the mini-map. It's a pair of some E50s, E50Ms. I'm going to put a good shot into the lower plate, and they are, of course, going to disappear before I can get a second shot off. Now, I did get bumped a little bit by the 4005. Hello, I know you're there now, so I'm going to occasionally go back into third person in order to obviously get a bearing on where he is at relative to me, because he is right behind me, so if I have to back up real quick, he will block my path, and I need to be aware of that. So, I see he's still there. Of course, the E50, E50Ms, and some other medium tanks have now decided to make an aggressive push onto the TD that is down there. I missed the first shot on that E50 rushing down, and then I decide to transition to the T54 Mod 1 and shoot his ammo rack because he's taking too long to get into the defilade. And so then I auto-aim on a Motherland because I'm overconfident. I'm a tier 10, that's a tier 8, and I just auto-aim. And obviously, because the auto-aim was in his favor, the first shot missed, but that time I did take my time, aim, and put a penetrating shot into the Motherland there. Now, I am aware that it's just now 4 of us on this flank that know what's happening, maybe 5 actually, now that I saw that the mini-map is there. There are 5 of us here, soon to be 4 again, as the medium tanks are going to rush that one tank destroyer, the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger, and just get rid of him because he's paper. So I reposition now to try and get some shots on the light tank, but I am aware that this particular position is not the best because it limits my ability to shoot at the enemy while also potentially getting shot in the back by any mediums that rush up there. So I've moved over to this position, allowing me to get a more wider field of view. The E50M decided to make an aggressive push on those TDs. I managed to put a good solid shot into the lower plate of him on the first one, and then the second shot I managed to snake one again into the lower plate. And then, of course, under the stress of trying to keep track of multiple tanks at once there, I misjudged the orange reticle for red and put a shot into his upper front plate. Same situation with that second shot, and I keep transitioning back to the Bulldog, making sure he's not going to try and crest the ridgeline on me. And then I don't even know where that round landed, and it penned, and it took care of him, but I'm not going to ask any further questions than that. I'm going to turn my attention back to the light tank, seeing as I now have a Leopard 1 to support me. I'm going to ping that spot, let my teammates know that there is a light tank still back there, and I'm going to push up against the cliff side of this map and try and use the defilades to hide my push, so that way I can sneak up on the light tank. And the light tank has his attention elsewhere, so I'm able to just crest it and then start shooting it in the back. I don't know exactly what rounds the T41E1 were using, as he was unable to pen me except for this one shot here. And he expended all his clip, or he's aware that he's not going to be able to do any farther damage to me, so I'm able to just kind of feed damage off of him. So him taken care of now. I was aware that there was a medium tank back there. I think it was a T54 Mod 1. I'm going to actually check the stats of the lineup and see, sure enough, that the only medium tank left on the roster here is a Bat Chat 25T. The TDs and the medium tanks over here did take care of the medium tank, so I am safe to push up. So I'm going to act as the scout now at this point because I'm sure the Leopard 1 isn't going to act as a scout, being super squishy and all. He may actually be better for it because he's faster, but I can't really trust that the Leopard driver is going to actually perform the light tank role. So I figured I have a little bit more armor. I'm sure I will be able to kind of act as a better scout. And no one else was pushing up, so I figured they're just going to let me do it anyway. So I push up here to this hill. Just going to sit still because, again, there's plenty of TDs still hidden. I don't know if any of them are kind of like lurking up in the southwest corner of the map, so I'm just going to hold position, see if I can catch any of them trying to move. Sure enough, nothing happens. The Leopard has decided to push up through the middle portion of the swamp, and I don't know exactly where I was thinking here. I was like, I'm going to support the Leopard and see if I can take care of any tanks that are hiding around this this portion of the mountain, and if any enemy tanks are still back at the castle, they're going to be holed up into a corner, and we can deal with them later. So I'm going to push up here. I'm also looking at the mini-map. I am seeing that it is like a 2v2 situation going on along the 0 line, so I do want to also push up and try and see if I can get some rear shots on them. And the TD behind me is also pushing up, so he'll kind of act as like an early warning if there are enemy tanks hiding behind us. So, again, just kind of driving. Now we can see that a good portion of the remaining team is over there. Try and get a shot on the bat chat. I misjudged where he was going to go. The Jaegeru actually has his back to us, so I managed to put a shot into his rear. And then, of course, he disappears behind a rock before I can put a follow-up shot into him. I'm just kind of auto-aiming at tanks, trying to see which one will give me a good shot on them. And sure enough, the Su-122-54 had a shot for me to take, but he disappeared before I could do that. Now, I don't know exactly what I did here other than just miss the shot completely. I would have had a very good tracking opportunity, but I messed that up spectacularly. Now, I'm not going to push on the 268 version 5, even though I got a faster reload because of all the TDs up here in the hill. So the 122-54 has shown himself. I'm going to shoot. Sure enough, I could help the Leopard 1, but again, all these TDs, I don't exactly know where they're aiming at me, and if I go up there, I'm just going to be fish food for them. So I'm going to focus on the 122-54 because I know that I can get assured damage from him or fight and trade with him and not take damage from the other TDs. But he manages to disappear before I can put the killing blow into him. I see that the Jaegeru is now trying to move closer to me, and the Grill 15 takes care of the Jaegeru before I could put a side shot into him. And so now it's just the 122-54 left. So going to where I last saw him, I'm going to push up to that up that pathway, thinking that he might just be kind of like hugging the rock, waiting for one of us to push up on him. And so that's what I'm thinking. It's like, I got the health. He's a one shot. I'll just push up on him, take the one shot if he manages to hit me, and I'll be able to take care of him. And yeah, sure enough, the game overall is pretty decent. I got 2 kills. I've got just over almost 4,700 total damage combined. The 122-54 does get spotted. He is running away, and one of my teammates manages to take care of him. But overall, I like to think this was a pretty decent, all-right performance game, but a very, very good demonstration of overall awareness in a game. But that's going to do it for today's video. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you found this video enjoyable, hit that thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. And hey, if you have a very good game of your own that you would like to share and have featured, by all means submit it onto the email on my YouTube page, and I'll take a look at it. And if I can use it, I certainly will.